thought we'd do a little bit of different here. We'll do a little gameplay for y'all today and a little story. And yes, it's a good one, because if you read correctly, yeah, I walked in on my girl, my ex-fiance cheating on me. We had been together at that point for 7 years. 7 years, man. Right out of high school, I freaking started dating this girl. So I guess I should start from the beginning so you guys can kind of get a brief synopsis of what everything is. But yeah, I was with her for about 7 years. I met her in sophomore year of high school. She didn't give me the time of day at first, but I chased, and she finally gave me the opportunity after high school, and I never looked back at that point. And she 3 months into the relationship, she left me, right? Out of nowhere too. Everything was going good, it seemed, and all this stuff. And she just said, "Oh, I feel like we need to break up," all this stuff. And I was like, "Why? Like, there's nothing even wrong. Like, I need time to myself and this and that." I'm like, "Time to yourself for what? Like, you live at home, you don't have a job, you don't pay bills. Like, what? I only see you twice a week, if that. What's wrong? Like, what more time do you need, right?" And she just left it at that, and whatever. And at that point, I probably should have just nipped it in bud and just kind of left it like that. But look, I come from a group home where I wasn't really loved. So for me, when somebody shows me an ounce of love, I go to the ends of the earth for them. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. I was with her, and I was kind of getting over it. I was talking to another girl, trying to get, my mom's like, just, talk to another girl, you'll be fine. And, I did that, and I started, being okay, because for the first month of us being broken up, I was just fucking crying. I was sad. I was hurt. I was heartbroken. It was the first time I ever loved anybody, and they just broke up with me for nothing, right? Kobe. And when I started, start talking to this one girl, we started talking on Instagram. I started posting her and all this stuff, and my ex-girlfriend at the time, she called me back crying. "Oh, I miss you, I need you, da 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 da." And my stupid ass went back, because like I said, when somebody shows you some love when you're not loved, you are kind of prisoner to them. It sucks. Like, I understand why some people go back to abusive relationships, because it's tough and it's hard, and you don't know what to do, and you feel alone and lonely, and you miss that. And so I was blinded, and I went back, and I never really made anything of it, right? And so then we started, taking it serious. We moved in together, and she wanted to be traditional. She wanted to live at home, take care of the house while I worked. And so I did that. I was, working 2 jobs, anywhere between 16 to 18 hours a day. I was working, putting it all out there, and she was at home. And I had seen signs, but again, when you're blinded by love, you just kind of let things go. And so I let things go, did all that stuff. And then one day, I got off a little early. I normally, like I said, 16 to 18 hour days. I worked a 13-hour shift, so I got home. And I was going to surprise her with some flowers and all this stuff. And it was worst time to buy flowers. Anyways, I'm walking up the stairs, and I hear this shit going down, and it's the fucking worst. All the stuff's going through my head right now at this point. And it's a very pivotal time, because there's 2 options to this story. I either kill 2 people, or I just let it go. And both thoughts were on the table. Both options were sure on the table. But I chose to just let it be and just leave. And I did. I told her, "I'm out. Fuck this. I'm leaving." And I just left everything behind. And it sucked, because everything was in my name, but I was in such hurt, I was in such pain, I didn't even care. didn't give a shit about the future. I didn't give a shit about anything, let alone even be living. So I just said fuck it, and I left. And I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with the pain. I couldn't deal with the being lonely. I was hurt, crying. I started doing drugs. I got into heavy drugs for about 4 years. I ruined my life. 4 years ruined my life. And that's the only way I felt like was helping me numb the pain, was the drugs. Because honestly, I didn't want to be in the reality of not having her, or the reality of what happened. I wanted it all to go away, so if I can be in a high stupor and not be worrying about that, it'd all be fine and I'd be fine. And for 4 years, that's what happened. And I fucked up my life a lot. But a couple of my close friends, they talked some sense into me. They got me doing music again, and I started focusing on that, and it brought me out of the funk. It brought me out of this woe is me mindset, and I started really changing, and I started really living life, and so I really thank music for that. Oh, look at that lame throw. I really thank music for guiding me out of this tough situation. And I started trying to get my life together while doing the music, and my credit was terrible, about 300. So I couldn't get a place, I couldn't really get a car, couldn't really do much, so I was pretty much fucked. But I ended up getting a cheap car. I started living in it, started putting out music, and really focusing on that. It all started working out. And yeah, man, I'm changing my life now. I'm currently in this stage of changing my life. I've got my credit up to about 600. I'm making music, performing, doing YouTube, trying to just live a better life and live for me now. And that's why I've called the car gamer, because I still live in my car, because it's very hard in California, which is why I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to get out of here and move to Minnesota, buy myself a house, start my life out. But yeah, I'm on this different path now, and she had this hole in my heart for a very long time, but in this time I learned a lot. I learned how to be alone. I learned how to love myself most of all, and I learned how to forgive, because that was a very, very hard moment. That was a very tough situation for me to be in, and not a lot of people, I hate to say it, but not a lot of people recover from that kind of stuff. And so I'm just thankful that I was able to recover, rebound, and be here today. There was many times where life wasn't happening for me. It would be funny if I even woke up, and luckily I did wake up once. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for where I'm at. I'm grateful to have life again. I'm grateful to breathe, to play video games, and all that stuff. So I really thank you guys for all of that. I really hope you guys continue to watch and join the journey, and just engage and build this dope community, because us as humans, we need people. We need friends. We need people to support us. And I appreciate everybody that listens, everybody that watches, everybody that supports. I really appreciate you guys on this journey of changing my life for the better, and playing video games in my car, saving up to buy a house, and moving to Minnesota. I mean, what more can a guy ask for? There's a lot of people in worse positions and worse predicaments, so I don't sit in that woe is me mindset anymore. I have everything in my palm of my hand, and I can do it. So that's where I'm at now, and that's where I'll always be. So thank y'all so much for chilling with your boy for the day. I hope you guys enjoy. Like, subscribe, And we'll be back with more gameplay, stories, rants, whatever you guys want. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And oh shoot, you got to play the game. That's cool. And I wasn't even trying that hard because I was trying to give you guys, you know, a story. So I was multitasking. Nobody got more than 3 kills. Huh. On both teams too. Well, have a great day, guys. Appreciate you.